Stop everything you are doing right now. Do not scroll past this. Do not close this video. Because what you are about to hear in the next few minutes was not meant for everyone. It was meant specifically for you. I know that sounds like something people say, but stay with me, because by the time this message is over, you will understand exactly why it found you today, at this exact moment in your life. There are no accidents in my kingdom. My beloved child, I have been watching you. I have seen the weight you have been carrying. The kind of weight that does not show on the outside, but presses down on your chest when the house gets quiet. I have seen the nights you laid awake staring at the ceiling, running through the same fears over and over. Wondering if things were ever going to change. Wondering if I was even listening. I was listening. I have always been listening. But there is something I need to tell you. Something that heaven has been waiting for the right moment to speak into your life. And that moment is right now. I know what you have been through. I know the plans that fell apart. I know the relationship that broke you in ways you never fully explained to anyone. I know about the financial pressure that makes you feel like you are one unexpected bill away from losing everything. I know about the person who walked away without an explanation. I know about the dream you quietly buried because you started to believe it was foolish to hope for it anymore. I know about the smile you put on for everyone else while you are quietly falling apart on the inside. You have been so strong for so long, and I see that. Every single day I see that. But here is what I need you to understand. And I need you to hear this, not just with your ears, but with the deepest part of your heart. Your struggle was never a sign that I had forgotten you. Your struggle was a sign that I was preparing you. There is a difference. And that difference is everything. The world has a very specific idea about who gets chosen. The world chooses the polished, the experienced, the ones with the right resume, the right connections, the right background. The world looks at the outside and makes a decision based on what it sees. But I have never worked that way. Think about the people I have used throughout all of history. A shepherd boy who became a king. A man who could barely speak, chosen to deliver an entire nation. A fisherman with no education handed the keys to something that would outlast every empire. A woman no one respected, carrying a promise so enormous that angels came to deliver it personally. None of them were qualified by the world's standards. Every single one of them was qualified by mine, and my beloved child. So are you. But listen carefully, because this is the part the enemy does not want you to hear. There is a force that has been working against you. Not to destroy you, because it cannot destroy you, but to discourage you. To make the process feel so long, so painful, so pointless, that you give up right before the breakthrough arrives. Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you tried, something kept blocking the way? Like doors kept closing right in your face? Like the very thing you were working toward kept slipping out of reach? That was not failure. That was warfare. And the fact that you are still here, still watching, still breathing, still believing, even when it is barely a flicker. That tells me everything I need to know about who you are. The enemy does not attack people who are not a threat. He does not spend energy trying to discourage someone who has nothing important ahead of them. He is afraid of what you are about to step into. I want to tell you something about those closed doors. Every door that shut in your face, I closed it. Not to punish you, not because you were not good enough. I closed it because it was not the door I built for you. And if you had walked through it, you would have ended up somewhere that could not contain the fullness of what I planned for your life. I was protecting you when it felt like rejection. I was redirecting you when it felt like failure. I was building something behind the scenes when all you could see was silence. There is something I have not told you yet. Something that has been in motion since long before you could see any evidence of it. A shift is happening in your life right now. Not in a season that is coming. Right now. In this moment. The ground beneath your circumstances is moving. And the movement started before this video ever found you. I need you to stay with me. Because the next part is exactly why this message was placed in front of you today. You have been waiting. I know you have. You have been waiting for the thing to finally turn around, for the relief to come, for the answer to arrive. And the waiting has been exhausting in a way that is difficult to put into words. Waiting when you cannot see anything changing. Waiting when everyone around you seems to be moving forward while you feel stuck. Waiting when your faith is tired and your hope feels thin. But my child, waiting in my hands is never wasted time. Joseph waited in a prison cell, and when the door opened, it opened into a palace. There was no middle ground, no small improvement, no barely better situation. It went from the lowest point to the highest calling, and it happened in a moment. That is how I work. I do not do small. I do not do partial. When I move completely. And I have been moving in your life in the places you could not see, in conversations you were not part of, in hearts I have been softening, in doors I have been aligning that have not opened yet, but are about to. Now, and I say this with love, I need to speak to the version of you that has started to wonder if maybe you were just not made for greatness. The version of you that has started to compare your life to other people's highlight reels and quietly concluded that maybe you missed your window. Maybe you made too many mistakes. Maybe it is too late. I need you to release that lie right now. It is not true. It was never true. And the enemy planted it there specifically to keep you small, to keep you still, to keep you from moving toward everything I have already written for your future. You did not miss your window. Your window has not even opened yet. Your mistakes did not disqualify you. They equipped you. Every wrong turn taught you something you needed. Every failure shaped something in you that cannot be learned any other way. Every loss carved out a depth in your character that will make the blessing I am bringing you something you can actually carry. If you believe this message found you for a reason, I want you to stop for just a moment and say, I receive it. Not because saying words changes anything on its own, but because declaration is an act of faith. And faith is the language I move in. Something is coming for you. I am going to say that plainly, without hedging, without qualifying it. Something is coming. A door. An opportunity. A conversation that changes the direction of everything. A provision that arrives in a way you could not have engineered on your own. A healing, maybe physical, maybe emotional, maybe in a relationship you had almost let go of. You are not at the end of your story. You are at the turning point. And turning points do not look like turning points when you are in the middle of them. They look like ordinary Tuesdays. They look like one more day of waiting. They look like almost nothing, right up until the moment they look like everything. Stay ready. Because what I am preparing to release into your life requires a version of you that is standing, not collapsed. Expecting, not resigned. Open, not closed. My beloved child, I want to close with something I need you to carry with you long after this video ends. I did not call you because you were ready. I called you because I was ready. Ready to do something through you that only I could do, using a person exactly like you, with your specific story, your specific scars, your specific set of gifts that you have probably been underestimating your entire life. The qualification was never your job. The qualification was always mine. And I have been doing it quietly, faithfully, through every hard season, every dark night, every moment you were convinced I had left the room. I was there. I am here. I will be there in every moment that is still coming. You were not chosen despite your weakness. You were chosen through it. You were not called because of your past. You were called toward your future. And that future, the one I have been building, the one the enemy has been fighting so hard to keep you from reaching, it is closer than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. Your season of waiting is ending. Your season of walking into what I promised is beginning. Not someday, not eventually. Now. Get up, my child. Shake off the weight of everything that tried to keep you down. Take the next step. Even if it is small, even if you are not sure, even if your hands are trembling when you take it, I will meet you in that step. I always do. You are not forgotten. You were never forgotten. You are mine, and I do not forget what belongs to me. Keep moving forward. Keep believing. Keep your eyes open, because what I am doing next in your life is going to be worth every single moment of everything you had to walk through to get here. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I am making a way.